You know that feeling when you watch a movie that just clicks? Every scene, every moment, it all just flows perfectly, and you're completely hooked from beginning to end. Well, behind that feeling, there's this hidden force at play, an invisible principle that great storytellers have mastered. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at what that is. So, what is this invisible force? What's the secret sauce that makes one story feel perfectly balanced while another just falls flat? I can tell you it's not just about a cool plot or memorable characters. Nope, it's something way deeper, something structural that really dictates the entire rhythm and the impact of the story you're watching. All right, so let's get into it. This invisible force actually has a name, a term that professional screenwriters use all the time. They call it scene weight, or sometimes you'll hear it called scene mass. And trust me, understanding this concept is absolutely key to building a story that really works. Now, scene weight isn't something you can just put on a scale. It's not a fixed number. As you see here, it's dynamic. It's all about relationships between scenes. The weight of any given scene is completely defined by what comes before it and what comes after it. Think about The Dark Knight, right? You've got that super intense, psychologically heavy interrogation scene with the Joker. Then, bam, you're immediately thrown into this chaotic, explosive action sequence where Batman has to choose who to save. The crushing weight of that first scene makes the life or death weight of the next one hit you that much harder. That, right there, is scene weight in action.
And this image? It just perfectly captures the idea. A writer has to literally design the emotional load of every single scene. Is this scene supposed to make you feel suspense, joy, heartbreak? Each one has a specific job to do, a specific weight to carry. The real art is in arranging them in a way that creates this powerful, balanced journey for the audience.
So, what happens when a writer messes this up? What if the balance is off? Well, it's not just that the movie feels a little weird. When the scene weight is poorly managed, the whole story can actually start to fall apart from the inside out. And that right there is the crucial point. We're not just talking about bad pacing. This is about the story's structural integrity. When the weights are all wrong, the entire foundation gets shaky. A scene that's way too heavy can just exhaust you, but a scene that's too light can make the whole plot feel like it doesn't even matter. And this creates a devastating chain reaction. First, you get friction. The scenes just don't flow, they kind of grind against each other. Then, all those rough transitions start to add up, and cracks begin to form in the narrative. And if the writer doesn't fix it, those cracks can lead to a total collapse, where the story just loses all of its power. But here's the good news. This isn't inevitable. A skilled writer can control this force. In fact, designing the emotional weight of a story is one of their most important jobs. It's like being an architect, but instead of building with bricks and steel, you're building with human emotion. You see, every single scene is actually doing double duty. It carries two different kinds of weight. On one side, you have its structural function, how it pushes the plot forward and connects the dots. But just as important, you've got its emotional weight, that specific feeling it's designed to make you feel. A master storyteller knows how to balance both of these perfectly. And a scale of this job is, well, it's huge. In a typical 2-hour movie, a writer is juggling the weight of about 120 different scenes. Think about that. 120 individual pieces, and each one has to be placed just right to serve the story and your emotional experience. It's an incredible balancing act. But when they nail it, the payoff is massive. The story can take you through this whole range of emotions without ever feeling draining or confusing. It helps you, the audience, absorb everything that's happening so much more easily. It creates an experience that's comfortable but also deeply, deeply engaging. You're never bored, but you're never exhausted either. So you see, thinking about scene weight isn't just some boring technical exercise. For any storyteller, it's their most powerful, most decisive weapon for controlling how you experience their story. And honestly, this is the biggest takeaway. It's not always about the clever dialogue or the big special effects. At the end of the day, the carefully designed emotional weight of each scene is what really decides whether a movie connects with us or not. It's the invisible architecture of every great story. So whether you're a writer yourself or you just love movies, start paying attention to this hidden force. Because the most important question a storyteller can ever ask is the one right here. What weight will your next scene carry?